You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Covering all conversation, from dating to getting revenge on your exes. This is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Good evening, and welcome to Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. My name is Jerome Carmichael, filling in for Shabazz this week, while he is off getting the fungus under his toes removed. I hope that works out for you, Shabazz. Now, I think in all our lives, we've gone through periods of trials and tribulations. And when you come out the other side, you feel better about yourself. You feel like you've done something, but you may need to prove it to yourself. And that's what we have here today. We have Steve Doors and Terry Carlisle are here.
Job, how you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for having you. Thank you for coming, Steve, Terry. And
I'll accept those applause when the show's over and we've given these people a good show.
Josh.
Until the meantime, I don't hear them.
I ain't gonna hear maybe now.
We gotta earn those applause.
Okay, that's quite the attitude, Terry. Now, you and Steve are embarking on a great journey. You are going to surf the polar ice caps.
Well, I want to say that we're not so much as embarking on this journey, but this journey has embarked on us. Because, neither of us asked for cancer.
Yeah, and neither of us asked to lose both of our tits,
Okay, Steve, we're not allowed to say that word on air.
Just bleep it out, right?
Yeah, dude. Well, what's the problem? Chill out.
Oh, sorry, I'm not going to chill, Steve, because you're being disrespectful in Jerome's house that he's caring for while Shabazz is out.
Yeah, this isn't your house.
Okay.
You're just the house sitter.
All right, fine.
In World Local News with Potter Smits, we interrupt your currently scheduled programming for breaking news from the Grandfather Clock Staring Championships in the UK. Let's go live to Fired Up Frank over there and see what's going on. What's going on, Fired Up?
Well, it is I'll be honest, Potter, I thought we had a winner. I thought someone had blinked, but it turns out that no, nothing has happened. We are still sitting here staring with our final two contestants. Boy, this is boring. I think that was just me hoping that something had happened. But nope, nothing. Back to you.
We now go back to your regularly scheduled programming.
And you're planning to come back after you have surfed a 70-foot glacier?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, dude. There's no waves bigger than a glacier, brah.
No smaller. Yeah. Nothing less than 70 feet.
Yeah, not even YMA, brah. It's as big as that glacier up there outside of Churchill,
Yeah. Now, I think the question on everyone's mind, though, is why the polar ice caps? Why not just one of these big waves like the Waimea that you referred to? Or
because this is as extreme as it gets.
Sure.
And we're putting our lives on the line. And if we weren't, then people wouldn't pay attention.
That's right, and we cheated death, the first time when both of us had, both of our breasts removed, and now we're saying, if we can survive this, we can survive a 75 to 175 foot glacial, wave, It only comes around once every 10 million years anyway, because since the last ice age, they weren't receding enough,
So you've beaten death once. You've outsmarted it. And you're just going to go out there and you're going to try and do it again just really push your luck
on our own terms. That's the thing. That's the statement, is that we're doing it on our own terms.
We can do something we love, and that breast cancer can't stop, Terry and I from living our dreams and continue to surf, So who's going to care about, riding Waimea again or Bell's Beach or something, bro, When you see that on the news, they're going to see us in our big pink, like full-on wetsuits, and our pink boards. It's going to say Love Pink on the bottom as we surf, and that's going to be epic.
Now, that is another concern, I think, of most people, a question most people have. You're sticking with wetsuits, but you're in the polar ice caps. It's freezing. There is frozen water all around you. The conditions are not only harrowing based on the size
We
of
didn't say it was going to be easy, okay?
Yeah, if cancer didn't take us in, a little bit of cold water ain't going to,
Or, well, I mean, people froze to death after the Titanic in matters of minutes. Just, if you...
Well, clearly they weren't breast cancer survivors,
Yeah.
They didn't have that kind of heart.
Right, they didn't have the will.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I guess the audience approves of you gentlemen just taking and possibly throwing your lives away for no reason.
And I accept those applause. I think we've earned them at this point.
Sure, after that interruption, from the World Clock Championships or wherever they were, we're putting on a good show.
Now, Terry, do you have a family?
I used to.
You used to? What happened to them?
I disowned them.
So they're still alive?
They? Yeah. Those people that were once my family, sure.
And why did you disown them, Terry?
Because I was a different person after surviving breast cancer.
Different than them? Different than the people who raised you?
I'm superhuman.
They couldn't understand, because Terry used to work, at the office down by Kinko's, and he used to run copies all day, And then when he survived breast cancer, he came in and said, "I'm not doing this no more, man. It ain't cool, it ain't jiving, And then no one took him serious. And that's how we met, man. We started riding killer waves, and I realized, yeah, Terry's serious.
But, Terry, aren't these the people that made it possible for you to survive cancer? That raised you? That instilled in you the values?
They instilled in me the genetics that led to the cancer.
Yeah, and they instilled into mediocrity, And Terry's not about that. He's nobody's mediocre. He's Superman.
Wow.
I'm trying to do something big before I go out, all right? I got close to death, all right? I've stared it in the eyes.
And now you're going to stare it in the eyes again.
As many times as I want. On any given day, the both of us.
Yeah.
Every day is a brush stroke away from death.
Yeah, Mr. Carmichael, what happens if you show up to the studio, and all of a sudden the host, Shabazz, says, "Yo, brah, don't need you no more. You ain't substituting." And then you off yourself. That's the end of your life, too,
Well, I wouldn't do that, because I value my life, and I know that people care about me.
Well, do you value it enough to change it for the better?
I believe that's what I'm doing.
To live it to the max.
Throwing it away is not changing it for the better,
I'm
sir.
not saying throwing it away.
I think that's what you're doing,
Yeah,
sir.
you're throwing it away
Both
right
of
now.
you. You're taking a great gift that you have been given, and you're throwing it away.
We're making a statement.
Yeah, and the polar bears, they're going to like us riding right by. They're going to say, those humans are cool, They're the only ones that are cool. Everyone else has been encroaching on our land, but not those guys.
Well, I'll say you two are two of the least favorite people I have ever had on this show. I am embarrassed by how lightly you take life, the gift that you've been given, and frankly, I don't care what happens to you. And America, this has been Talking Points. Good night.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of what issues the Wind counselors can help you with during Good, Bad, Ugly. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.